everyone is okay with that?
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. So today's class, it's Get Triggered with Smartplans, correct? Yeah, is that what everyone's here for? Awesome.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to start sharing my screen. All right, so here I am in Command. This is mainly about Smartplan triggers, and this class probably isn't going to take the whole hour, but we can always stay on for questions. We can also go through what types of smart plans people are looking for and kind of mastermind around, well, what's the best smart plan for that purpose? Or should someone create it from scratch? We're going to navigate to smart plans. And this is recorded again, so if you want to just look on my screen and grab the video later, you can do that. Smart plans is the fourth option down on the left. And by the way, if you're on a team, you are going to have personal smart plans and you're going to have team smart plans under your team. So if the contacts are under the team, you can only set them up on a team smart plan. If they're under personal, you can only set them up on a personal smart plan. And the idea behind this is that personal contacts, you probably want them to receive, whether you're a team member or a rainmaker, you may want your personal contacts to receive communication from, you like Danielle Kyle instead of my KWPE leadership team. So I might have contacts under the team receiving team-oriented communications. So there is a difference there. Just know that if you get a smart plan going and you really love that smart plan and how it's working, that you created from scratch or that you use someone else's and edited to make it yours, and you want to add that smart plan to the other account, like from personal, you want to also add the same smart plan to your team and then just edit maybe the signatures. You can publish to library. You can go into your other account and then you can go into the library and grab that smart plan. So you don't have to create the same thing twice. There's a way to publish it and then you can grab it from your other account. And that's pretty much only if you're on a team, you would need to do that. So if you're not on a team, you just are going to see personal and just smart plans and library, my smart plans and library. I'm going to just take a question here. If one of you would like to speak up, what is a specific smart plan that you're looking for or a specific purpose you're looking for a smart plan for? Anyone can answer, and then I'm going to demo how to find one.
I just want to send update market information to my client every 2 weeks or every month. Every month is better, especially the area that they're looking for.
Okay. So for that, I would probably recommend the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture because that sends every 2 weeks. You have to go to the contact and program the neighborhoods into that contact in order to get that to send. But that is something you can definitely go ahead and do. Let me go back to personal here. So again, you gotta, I tell you all this when I onboard you, but in a contact, when I'm going through what you can do with a contact, there is a special section for neighborhoods. You have to add at least one neighborhood to that contact, and then you're able to send that bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. Let me go to that here. So as you can see on mine, I've got 2 people set up on it, myself and someone else. All right, this is a smart plan that you can't edit really. It just sends a templated email. But if you are tagging your contacts accordingly, Like, let's say I am tagging every single person with has neighborhood when I go through and I add the neighborhoods. Well, I can actually add a trigger event connected to a contact tag. And I would select that tag for added neighborhood here and choose trigger. And once I do that, then every time I'm going through a contact and I add those neighborhoods and I add that tag, they're automatic, and I add that, yeah, the tag, they're automatically going to be rolled onto this smart plan. So let me go ahead and do that for someone, for one of my contacts here. So I can demonstrate to you guys how the tag triggers work. All right, so here's the contact I have for myself, and I have at least one neighborhood here. And I'm going to click add neighborhood. I'm going to add another neighborhood. And again, these neighborhoods are specifically for that neighborhood nurture. You can use this find on map, choose a starting point, and then just zoom in on that starting point to get other neighborhoods in that area. All right, so I selected a few and I saved it. And again, only for the neighborhood nurture, the bi-weekly or the monthly. All right, and then tags. So we are going over tag triggers today. That's the feature we're highlighting. So what I want to really do is on that smart plan, I want to add the tag trigger first because it's not retroactive, meaning only people I tag in the future will then be automatically added to this smart plan. So everyone who I've already tagged with, what did I say I was going to name it? Has neighborhoods. I actually haven't created that tag yet. So I'm going to go to settings and create that tag. Settings, you're going to go to command settings. Oh, I can contacts, contact tags. And then I'm going to create one for has neighborhood bi-weekly. And that way, that's the tag I'm going to use so that they roll on to that bi-weekly neighborhood nurture whenever I tag them with this after I've added neighborhoods. And this is just to save the step of adding them manually to that smart plan. All right, so now I'm going to go back to smart plans. Going to go to that neighborhood, bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. Oh, it's not scrolling. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Edit. And the only thing, again, that you can edit in this special smart plan is the trigger event because it sends a templated looking email. The email is going to have your branding at the top. It's going to have the map of each neighborhood. And then it's going to have simple stats for each neighborhood, like average sold price last 30 days, average on market price, and then links to on market listings. That's what that email is. So I'm adding the tag trigger for the has neighborhood bi-weekly. All right, confirm trigger. And now when I go through my contacts and I do the work of adding neighborhoods, so all of what I did, again, I did that first because if anyone already has that tag, they're not going to roll on to that smart plan automatically. only people I add that tag to from here on out, they'll go directly onto that smart plan. So I'm going to look at my contact that I just was working on again. Pull that up. And I'm going to edit the contact. And I'm going to add that tag. Has neighborhood bi-weekly. And save. And that contact is now set up on that bi-weekly neighborhood nurture smart plan simply because I added that tag that we created the tag trigger for. You can actually add multiple tags as triggers too. For this one, this is what makes sense. And I could create a separate tag if I just want to use the monthly interval. Can anyone think of why they might use these tag triggers, or like a scenario that you're following up with people for? Or if anyone wants to give me another idea of a smart plan that you're looking for a specific purpose.
Their anniversary of when they bought or sold their house.
So anniversary, great. So Luann, question. People in your database that already have the anniversary date, or people who are current clients closing in the future, or both?
Well, like I said, we're kind of doing something a little different. So I'm realizing what you're saying is we're going to be importing a whole bunch of people in.
Okay.
So we're going to be re-importing with the anniversary date in the import. So it sounds like I need to create the tag, create the smart plan, get that all triggered.
Yep.
And then import in, and then they'll all be on it.
So let me go through that, and I will actually do that with this contact since it's my name. So let me go in here and add more information, and I will add that home anniversary. Let's just say it's April 13th. And let's just say it's 2020, so it's about to be my 1-year home anniversary. Let's pretend. And then I'll save. So you can actually, Luann, you can create the tag in system tags, and you can, on your import sheet in the tags column, it can import with that tag too. So I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to add that tag here. Command settings, contacts, contact tags. Don't have it, so we're going to create anniversary. Great. All right. And I'm going to go back to that contact for myself. I'm going to, oh, no, I need to do the smart plan trigger first. So we're going to go to smart plans, and we're going to find that anniversary smart plan and set up the tag trigger before we add it to my contact. So on the library button at the top, that's where you can go to search for smart plans, again, for any purpose you're looking for, and see what's there already. There is one for anniversary. I'm going to just go ahead and grab this one. And then I'm going to go to my smart plans to access it and add the trigger. And here it is right here, my home anniversary. I'm going to click edit under actions. And add trigger event. And contact tag, you can start typing it in and it'll show up. And choose trigger. Confirm trigger. If Luann, if you know that you always put in your home anniversary for if it's a buyer or seller, well, I guess seller, you wouldn't do it. It would only be for buyers. Why did I say that? So for buyers.
Well, we do it for sellers too, just as a, but we kind of would call them for a different reason, you know, and be like, oh, congratulations on the sale of your house, but it could be just a touch base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for, I think this one has a, let's see. It's personalized touches only. So there's no automated emails or anything that are going to go out. So you could, I guess, use this for either. And you could have a tag. You could tag this instead with like bought or sold. If you're already tagging people with those tags, you can make those your tag triggers here. And then you're not simply adding another tag. So you could do that. And then, you know, we want to edit, look at the messaging, create tasks, send a gift, and it's going to auto-populate their first and last name so you know what contact the task is for. Send a gift card to first and last name for their home anniversary on, and then the date. When you receive this task, it's going to show up on your home screen right when you log in. It's also going to show up under the tasks applet on the left. When you receive it, it is just going to have this information. So you will need to click on the contact to get their address information. Hold on. And then the next thing is make a call. Call as part of home anniversary plan. So you might want to call and say, hey, keep your eye out in the mail. We know it's we wanted to wish you a happy home anniversary and we sent you something special. So nice little touch, right? To follow up on that. And once you save, then any contacts moving forward that you have with those tags, you can roll on to the Smartplan.
Say we started with the smart plan the way it is right now, and then after a couple of months we were like, oh gosh, we don't like the flow of this. Can we change it, but it'll still be active? Like we can make a change in the middle to what the task is?
I think when a smart plan is running, you have to take everybody off of it in order to edit that smart plan. I don't think you can edit in the middle of like when you already have people set up and it's running. And I think it's because of the nature of some smart plans, because a lot of them do contain the automated emails and all that. So yeah, you have to take everyone off the smart plan and then you can make changes to it. So I know that's a bit of more work. But since it is based on a date, it shouldn't impact things too much. Like you could take everyone off and then set everyone back up, bulk add them to the smart plan. So I was going to say, let's just say, Luann, that you upload everyone and you don't have the smart plan set up, but you have everyone tagged already. Well, you could go ahead and add those triggers and you could then just bulk add everyone by filtering for that tag. So it's not retroactive like I mentioned, but again, you can filter your contacts for people with specific tags that, you know, you've set it up for the trigger, but you know that's only going to impact people you add the anniversaries and that tag to in the future. So you want to go back and add everybody else. You can just go ahead and show more than 10 people here. 1 to 25 is all I have, I guess. You can select them all. And then the bulk action is to bulk add to Smartplan. So even if you upload everybody, just as long as you have them tagged correctly, I wouldn't worry too much about it not being retroactive. You can go back and grab everyone with those tags you are using to segment. Any questions about tag triggers or how this works and what it does? It looks like I have 13 people on the call now.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi.
Hi, this is Wen.
Hi, Wen.
I just a question about this retroactive. So what you just did right there, because I was wondering about this. So would we need to say delete that tag that you use to find everybody, like in this bulk ad? So you can just do the bulk add smart plan and then just select whichever updated plan you have.
Yeah, you definitely
Okay.
don't want to delete those tags that you work so hard on. I know that it's painstaking. It takes a lot of time to add those tags to people. So you don't have to delete them. I would say if you know you have those tags already set up, just do exactly what I demoed just now. So set up your smart plan, set up the trigger. The trigger will be everyone who in the future you add that tag to. And then if you want everyone in the past with that tag to be added, just go ahead and do the bulk add. So use that filter and filter for the tag that you set up the trigger with. Apply, and then make sure you have everybody selected that you're showing everybody with that tag. Bulk action, add them. So this is a way to manually add those people that aren't going to get automatically added with tag triggers.
Got you. Okay, thank you so much, Danielle. Great class.
Any other questions from the other, there's like a handful of other people on the call here.
Can I ask something? This is Arkan.
Yes.
Yes. So when you set up a home anniversary next year, is the command reminds you that it's coming?
Yes, it will remind you if you set them up on that smart plan with tasks to send that person a gift and to call them to follow up. And it will do it. It will send those a couple days before that anniversary date. And those will show up on your home screen. See how it shows my tasks that are due? So right when you log into Command, and also in the task applet. So you must check this task applet if you know you have tasks. However, again, on the home screen, it will show up. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
And we want to automate, want to keep you on track, right? It really helps to have this system just so you don't have to think about it.
I do have a question about the difference between, or I've heard that there's a difference, maybe you can explain, the ones that are made by KW and the ones that are made by individuals that I guess they're in a library that we can go in and kind of shop around for them.
Good question. These in the library are the ones published by other Keller Williams agents. There is basically no regulation on these whatsoever. I can publish, you can publish. There's nobody that has to look over these. There's no one looking at these for compliance. So honestly, that's my biggest concern with these, because with compliance, you need to have your DRE number, you need to have, your contact info in the company you're with. But there are a lot of these that have some really good base idea messaging. Does that help answer your question? Or did you have a more specific question about these?
Well, that, but also I heard that there's something different in the way that they work internally, or and I don't know if that's the case. And I don't know what it is. I just remember somebody saying, if you're using a KW one, then this, if you're making one that's made by someone, then something about the way it's used. I don't know.
Well, are you specifically referencing like the special aspect of the anniversary one that it does remind you it's connected to that field for anniversary? Because that one is special. When I searched it, there was one that came up that was published by another agent. But right now, I mean, I don't think agents can create those based on anniversaries. I think we have to use that special Keller Williams one and just edit that one. Because it's like, it's something that you can't do manually. Yeah. Because if I create task, there is no way for me to associate this back with that home anniversary. I thought that one is a special one. So those in particular, the home anniversary, the birthday, the neighborhood nurtures, the quarterly call plan. Those are ones that there's no way that other people can replicate those. Those ones created by Keller Williams are special. There's just not a way for agents to replicate those and then add components to it. And other than that, I don't know that there's that big of a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we can find the KW ones, like how do we know? I saw that there were people's names on them, or the oh yeah, the KW ones, they just come up first, and then all the other ones come up later.
Yes, and there are 10 Keller Williams ones. You can click this button to see all, and then this is all that there is, period, published by Keller Williams. So those special ones I mentioned are included in here, with some others. And then in going back to no filters on the library, these ones in the top rated and what's new, you can see who the author is, and it doesn't have the red KW logo. Could
I search under, sorry, everybody, I guess I have a lot of questions on this. Hopefully it's helpful to other people. Can I just, because I haven't been in here, I don't know, like if I knew that you created a smart plan that I wanted, can I search under your name, or does it have to be under the title of what the smart plan is? You can. Oh, there you go. Great.
You can search by author name, yes. I haven't created any super special smart plans, but I just heard of someone that created a really cool one. I might post it in our Facebook group, like his name, and to search by his name for the author, because that is the easiest way to find it. You can search by the title of the smart plan, but like if I'm searching for Facebook lead, something to follow, there might be a ton that come up because so many agents have smart plans for that. So yeah, searching by author, I think, is really an effective way to search if you're trying to find a special one you heard about by someone.
Another question for the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. When you have, let's say, if you have neighborhoods added to your all contacts, can you just choose all at the same time instead of going one by one and adding the triggers?
So do you mean adding the neighborhoods one by one?
No, let's say we have the neighborhoods already added with contacts, but to add bi-weekly neighborhood smart plan.
So yes, when you, let me show you the other ways that you can add someone to the neighborhood nurture. I am in, actually, I'm gonna go back to Smartplans here. So if you already have that done and you're not using the triggers and you're not using the tags, you can just come here and go to that smart plan, click this button on the right, add contact. And you can see who has neighborhoods and who doesn't. And if you select all, it actually will only select those who have neighborhoods. So even though it shows other people here that don't have neighborhoods are selected, it's not going to select them.
Okay, thanks so much. That's why I was asking, like, how to choose all of them if they have neighborhoods.
And you might want to scroll down because it's only viewing the first 20 and then go to the next. It only shows 20 at a time here. So keep that in mind.
Thanks so much.
I hope that helps. It is better to add them to a tag. It is better. Any other questions?
I have a question. Some of these in the library, I have noticed that several steps to them, okay? When it comes to the email, it just says send an email. It doesn't give us the text or the content, whereas it shows the text though. It says exactly what the text is going to be. So is there any way to know what the email is going to be, or we have to create the email?
So it depends what smart plan you're looking at, but if in the preview it says it's going to be an email, you can add it to your My Smart Plans. You can come here, locate that smart plan. On the right-hand side, you can edit, and you can completely edit the text in that smart plan. The neighborhood nurture, you cannot do that. If you're wondering what the neighborhood nurture looks like, set yourself up on it first. It's just a template format for the neighborhood nurture. Also, actually, for the
Hi, Stacy. You
promote,
just called me.
for the promote my app.
Michelle Sudan, Sarah's assistant.
Who is that?
Yes, I can hear you.
Give me just a second, everybody. All right, I muted all of you, so if you want to unmute yourself to ask a question, feel free to. I couldn't tell exactly who was asking the question about editing the text, but I just wanted to make sure that that answered your question adequately for you.
Well, yeah, but I don't see anything for the email. Is there anywhere that there might be some content for the email so I know? Because when I set it to myself, it doesn't ever come to me.
So I'm unclear what exactly you mean, because I just showed how you can go in and how you can edit the email. So which one are you talking about? What smart plan specifically?
The ones in the library, do they all have that? You can edit them?
Not all of them. I just named that certain ones are special, and you cannot edit the neighborhood nurture, and you cannot edit the app promotion one. So it really does matter. If you're looking at one that somebody else published, then you can do as I just showed, add it to your library, and then you can edit the messaging. And here is exactly what it looks like. So this is one that somebody else published. I went and added it to my library and clicked edit under actions, under my smart plans. And then you can see here, right? This demonstrates for you that you can change the subject line. You can change all of the text within the body of the email. And then here, this one includes a text message also. I can edit that text message, or if I don't use Twilio, I can delete that step. The ones published by other KW agents, you can always edit those. You can always edit the messaging in email, text message, the tasks, the call reminders. in the KW ones, some of them are special and you cannot.
I
Does,
see.
does that make sense?
Yes, thank you. I think I saw more than 2 though, but I don't remember which ones exactly.
Yeah, I think, the main thing to remember is when you're looking at them in the library and previewing them, you do need to add the smart plan and quote download it. I know you're not downloading it, you're just adding it to your My Smart Plans, and then go to My Smart Plans where you can edit them using these buttons under actions.
Great.
Well, I know that we had a whole hour budgeted for this, but this class normally really only takes 30 minutes. Does anyone have any last questions, or I will let you all go early?